The green flag driving experience is a place of fun thrills. The opportunity to get behind an unrestricted midget seems appetizing for many race fans across the nation. However, in August of 2014, for one woman, it was unfortunately quite the opposite of a fun thrill. Amanda Gambacorto was flying through the second turn of the sweeping 1/3 of a mile track when tragedy struck. This was a wreck that would start a horrible string of 3 deaths in 12 months at racing experiences in the United States. This is the tragic story of Amanda Gambacorto. Right before we get into the video, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe if you find the video interesting or you enjoy it. Also, remember to use my code NFJJ75 at the top link in the description to get a free NASCAR sticker sheet with myself and your other favorite creators with the purchase of the Daily Downforce's NASCAR 75 magazine. They sent me a copy and all fans alike would really enjoy it. Anyway, let's get right into the video. The Green Flag Driving Experience is a much smaller organization than the likes of the Rusty Wallace or Richard Petty experience that we've talked about previously. The experience allows you to get behind a selection of legends and midgets for 15 to 40 laps at the Wall Stadium Speedway. The website states that you can reach speeds higher than 90 miles per hour on the 1/3 mile high-banked oval. There is a cool ultimate experience in which you can do time trials against friends. While you can't race each other side by side, your lap times go on a scoreboard. The winner gets a trophy and a certificate if it's a large enough group. So that's pretty cool. You can also ride along in a K&N car for some laps. And the reviews for this place are great. Contrary to what the main focus of the video is, if you're in the area, you should definitely check it out. It has a 4.9 star rating out of 5 with 249 reviews. And it seems to be more bang for your buck than the NASCAR experiences. People have said that you have a much higher sense of speed and you get a good feel of the car. I know this may be the first time you are hearing about this place, and I don't want to give you all a bad first impression given the topic of the video. People really love it. Before we get into the accident, I want to talk a little bit about this track. Wall Stadium Speedway is located in Wall Township, New Jersey, and is nicknamed the Roar of the Jersey Shore. It opened back in 1950 and even hosted a NASCAR Cup Series race in 1958. It also hosted a convertible division race back in the 50s and has hosted 6 NASCAR Will and Modified Tour races, with the most recent being last year in 2023. And this track just looks mean and fast. The steep 32-degree banking in the corners, followed by relatively long straights, just show that this is not a track you want to miss out on. The track hosts several different divisions of cars throughout the year, demolition derbies, and car shows. The last race of the track season is the Raceway's flagship event, the Turkey Derby. Last year in 2023 was the 50th annual Turkey Derby, which appropriately takes place Thanksgiving weekend. But now let's talk about Amanda Gambacorto. She's from Middletown Township in New Jersey. Back in 2014, she was a 21-year-old student at Stony Brook University. There she worked as a marketing assistant and a communications intern. She was a double major in environmental humanities and philosophy. In August of 2014, Amanda went to Wall Stadium Speedway to try her hand at driving a quarter midget. At some point, she was following another vehicle exiting the second turn of the speedway. Unfortunately, exiting the turn, Amanda lost control of her vehicle and slammed the wall head-on. It is hard to estimate exactly how fast she was going at the time of impact, but on the exit of the turn, your foot is fully on the gas. Although paramedics rushed her to the Jersey Shore Medical Center, she died there shortly after. The Speedway canceled the rest of the experiences that day and its professional racing events that night. The Speedway announced, with heavy hearts, "We've canceled tonight's racing events." The cars used in the experience are actual team cars that are built for and used in actual races. They make no modifications. The website states that you drive them as they are raced, fully equipped with the latest performance and safety equipment. According to motorsport.com, the driving experience supplied fire suits and helmets to students, but the website did not mention a head and neck restraint. Pictures suggest that rather foam collars are available. Dragzine also mentions that Amanda was not wearing a Hans device. but this source did reveal that her passing was a direct result of a basilar skull fracture, the same cause of death for many racers before Hans devices were used. Investigators determined that a head and neck restraint may have played a role in a different outcome, and it would have definitely reduced the probability of death. Friends say that Amanda was bubbly and friendly. Others say she was a good, hardworking, and smart girl. She was on her way to do big things. There has not been a mention of a lawsuit filed that I can find anywhere on the internet. It is also unclear if the driving experience made any safety changes afterwards. The website today still does not mention a Hans device, but states that you can bring your own safety equipment. Some people who have done the experience have brought their own Hans devices. So if you're worried about a severe incident but want to try out the experience, this is probably the best option. As unfortunate and maybe harsh as it sounds, this incident was due to driver error. Of course, there's only so much you know as an amateur driver strapping into a race car. However, there are of course safety features that could have been implemented to save her life, such as a Hans device. However, the fact that there is no mention of a lawsuit anywhere suggests that the experience was not entirely at fault. Now, maybe the family did not go this direction, or maybe something went on behind the scenes like a settlement that is just not public information, but I don't intend to throw 100% of the blame on either party. Both parties could have done something different that would have produced a different outcome. So this wraps up the 3 racing experience tragedies that occurred in a 12-month span. First, it was Amanda in August of 2014. Then, just 1 month later, it was Stephen Cox in September of 2014. Then, in April of 2015, it was instructor Gary Terry who lost his life. If you haven't seen, I've already made videos on the other 2 accidents, so if you haven't already, be sure to check them out. And these videos have been harder to make than covering stories of professional drivers losing their lives. In all of the cases, an amateur made a mistake and it cost a life. In 2 cases, it was their own. Fortunately, it seems these driving experiences have learned from these horribly tragic mistakes, and they are much safer now. I believe that the amateur drivers are much more aware of the risks that they're taking when they're stepping behind a race car. So I'm not trying to discourage you or scare you away from doing one of these racing experiences. Just understand what you're getting into and do a little bit of research. That's all. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you found it interesting, learned something new, or you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. That's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.